In this video, we will demonstrate the basic use of the Abacus billing pop-up, as well as managing favorites, quick select buttons, use of the notes field, billing multiple print jobs, batch printing, and what to do if you can't find your project. Let's get started. Normally, Abacus works like this. You do standard file print operations from any Windows program, and once the print job is completed, the Abacus billing pop-up will be displayed. From here you can select the project that should be billed for that print job. As you can see, we can scroll through a pretty large list and make a selection. Then also select the activity the print should be billed to. If needed, change from the default of reimbursable to non-reimbursable, and then select the print type, for instance color, black and white type of media, that kind of thing. If you just can't deal with this pop-up right now and want it off your screen, you can hit the snooze button and defer billing for later. How long you can snooze for and how many times you can snooze are configured centrally. Let's take a closer look at what we just did there. The top of the Abacus billing pop-up displays the program we're using and the name of the document we just printed, the printer we sent the job to, how many pages are in the document and the requested number of copies, then size, workstation, and other information captured by Abacus. The project drop-down contains project numbers, and in parentheses is the project name. Making a selection here also sets which options are available in the activity drop-down, so your choices here will change based on your project selection. You can also just begin typing anything into the project field, which shows you a list of matches. To use one of these matches, just click on it. The project list can get huge, so thankfully we can define favorites and limit this list to just the projects we're working on at a given time. You do this by accessing the Project Options menu under the triangle and selecting Manage Favorites. This will bring up the billing pop-up configuration screen where you can select project preferences and favorites. You can see on the right here we have an empty list of favorites, and on the left is the master project list. Now I can just click on projects that I want to add to my favorites from the left side and use the double right arrows to move them over to my favorites. In this way, I can limit the number of projects that I see in my drop-down to just the ones I work on frequently. And in a minute, I'll show you how Abacus allows you to switch back and forth very easily between displaying your master project list and your favorite projects. Okay, now that I've got a good list of favorites defined, I'll close this dialog and using that same Project Options menu, select Show Favorites Only. Now the next time I visit the project list, I'll only see my favorites. This is a beautiful thing, but I'm seeing all those leading zeros and I'd like to just see the project name. For this, I'm going to access the Project Options menu again and select Show Project Name, and in parentheses, the project number for reference. You can also choose to show only the name or only the number depending on your preference and probably how long your project names are. You also have 5 quick select buttons above the project field. You can store complete answers to each of your billing fields in these buttons for your most common billing selections. To store billing information here, fill out as much information as you want to store and then click the quick select buttons you want to use to retrieve this billing data. The next time you need to bill a print job using this stored billing information, just click on the appropriate quick select button, then record. You can change what is stored in each button by clicking on the triangle menu and selecting Assign Quick Select Buttons. In the event you have printing problems, you cancel a print job at the printer jams, and so on, before recording the job, select the appropriate options from the Notes field. Only predefined notes are available. Now let's talk about how Abacus handles multiple print jobs. If I let my jobs stack up in Abacus without billing them, I can take care of that pretty quickly by either selecting the job and clicking Record as the jobs shift up, or several at once using standard Windows multi-selection with the Shift or Control keys. The billing pop-up must be answered the day the print job was created for more accurate project billing. You'll use the Abacus batch printing function when you have a bunch of print jobs that you know will be billed to the same project. Let's say I print a document and I know my next 12 print jobs or so will be billed to that same project. I just click on Enable Batch Printing Mode and enter 12 into the box. Now the next 12 jobs I print will be billed to this project, and Abacus will throw up a message in the system tray rather than presenting the whole billing pop-up. If I don't print anything after a short time, Abacus returns to normal pop-up operations. If your project is not available in the list, select your department's overhead project and contact your department accountant to verify that the project status is properly recorded within the Connect system. Also, check with your local HDR accounting department to make sure your project and activity is properly recorded in Connects. Note that if a project no longer has an open activity for reprographic expenses, it will not appear in Abacus. Some projects remain open only for labor expenses and no longer allow printing charges. In this video, we demonstrated the basic use of the Abacus billing pop-up, as well as managing favorites, quick select buttons, use of the notes field, billing multiple print jobs, batch printing, and what to do if you can't find your project. If you have any further questions, contact your local Abacus support representative or your SSR.